The forensic audit into BC Housing revealed a conflict of interest between the former CEO of the Housing Corporation, Shayne Williams, and his wife, Janice Abbott, who is the CEO of Atira Women's Resource Society, the largest housing provider for BC Housing. The audit found that Ramsey repeatedly involved himself in matters related to Atira and interfered in decision-making, despite conflict of interest rules that were put in place after the couple married in 2010. He also allegedly directed funds to Atira without proper documentation or oversight, and deleted text messages that could have obstructed the investigation. As a result of the audit, Abbott resigned from her position at Atira with immediate effect, while Ramsey had retired from BC Housing in August 2022. The audit also found that BC Housing's funding to Atira increased from $21.2 million in 2018 to $74.1 million in 2022, raising questions about the accountability and transparency of public funding being used to provide housing. Atira will now be subjected to restricted funding and suspension of renewal agreements until a review of its finances is completed, along with physical inspections of all its facilities. This scandal has exposed serious issues of mismanagement and corruption at BC Housing and Atira, and has undermined the public's trust in the social housing sector. One of the most shocking revelations of the BC Housing audit was how Atira Women's Resource Society benefited from its former CEO Janice Ramsey. The audit found that while Ramsey was CEO, Atira was awarded contracts without a competitive process, received a substantial increase in funding, and got at least $3 million in COVID-19 funds without appropriate internal BC Housing approval. This means that Atira was given preferential treatment by BC Housing, which is supposed to be a neutral and transparent agency that oversees social housing in the province. Atira was able to bypass the usual bidding and evaluation procedures that other nonprofit organizations have to follow, and received millions of dollars in public money without proper oversight or accountability. The audit also raised questions about Ramsey's personal involvement in some of the contracts, and whether she had a conflict of interest or received any benefits from them. Ramsey resigned from Atira in February 2021, shortly before the audit was released to the public. She has not commented on the audit findings or explained her role in the contracts. Her resignation has left many people wondering how this could have happened and what consequences she and Atira will face for their actions.